Good evening, everyone. Today I'll be presenting to you the final project for STIW 3054 real-time programming. So let's start off with an introduction for the team. So we are Pepebot, and first off is myself, Win, metric number 261761, and we have Ong Sydney 263596. We have Emily Siu Ke Hui 261398. We have Yong Wei Jing 261428. And we have Ng Jia Jue 262151. So for the project, we have a brief introduction here. And then next, this is the flow of diagram of the requirements. And then we have a simple user manual for the system. And then here we have the screenshot of the various outputs that we can get from the system. And here we have the UML class diagram. So this is a class diagram. And we have the references and Java. So moving on, let's check out the code. So first up, we have the main, which is the start of the program. And then we have data, and data keeps track of all the required data in one object, which makes it much easier. So we have student data, we have the issues and assignments. And next we have a task object, which actually is used to keep the issues and tasks. So we have the title, we have the link, and then we also have the submissions ID, which is a list of strings, which is the GitHub ID. And then we have the we have the scraper class, which is used to handle all the web scraping required. And then we have the callable, which is the thread for the executor, something like a thread for the executor, which handles the scraping of the issues and assignments and everything. And then finally we have the bot. So the bot handles all the logic. So on update receive, when it receives a message, it sends a welcome message if it's the first time. Then instantiates a data object, and then checks if it's a valid input. So if it's a valid input, straight away it will get to the student query. So it will search for one particular student. And then we have other commands for the Telegram bot. So we have the student data. So student data, it will send like a message to tell that the user is running, and then returns a result, sets a text, and then sends it. So same goes to the issue command, the assignments command, and finally by default, so if the user enters an invalid metric or an unknown command, it just sends back the the list of the Telegram bot commands. And finally down here, we just set the pass mode to markdown, and we enable markdown, and then we send the message. And then the script data is just like the scraping for required data. Yeah, and we also have the output processor class. So once we scrape all our data, once we have all the necessary data, we let it go through the processor, the output processor, so that it generates a much more presentable output to be sent in the Telegram message. Yeah. So that should be it for the code. Now we can test run the program. So as you can see, we have the Telegram bot here. Oh yeah, we have to run it first. So let's just run the program. So as you can see, it's telling us that Pepebot is now online. So we may go ahead and use it in the Telegram. So like anyone, we just click start. Then we get the welcome message here. So you can see that there are these commands here. So let's check out the student data. We get a reply asking us to hold on. And it returns a message, the student data message, so student data. Then we get the number of students in the class, and then we have the number, we have metric and the name, and all of it is placed in a table to make it look presentable. So we have 45 students in this class. So let's check out another command. Let's try the issue command. So please hold, getting the issues data. And here we get the issues one. So number of issues, we have 13 issues, we have the number, we have the title, we have the count. So count is like how many submissions there are for this title. So we actually have to cut it short a little bit for longer titles to keep it presentable even in mobile platforms. So these are the titles and then submissions, and then down here we have the submission of issues for each student. So there is submitted issues, this is a count, we have the percentage as well, we have 100%. So it's based on how many issues they have submitted. Yeah, so let's check out the last, not the last, the last command, assignments. So as usual, please hold, and we get it. So assignments, the same as issues, we have number of assignments. So number, title, count, and we have the this is the number of submitted assignments for each student, and it's actually the same as the issues one. So let's check out the final one, which is the let's say if I input something invalid, I'll just get back the commands, and if I input a valid input, so let's try mine. So getting student query and my metric, and we get the student query back with the metric, with the name, submitted issues, and submitted assignments. So if they are submitted issues, it will print out the submitted issues, but then because I have full submitted assignments, so it just says no unsubmitted assignments. So let's get someone else's 2553, for example, just to show you how it works when both of them are. Okay, so we get it, we get the metric, name, submitted. So this is what it looks like for unsubmitted ones. And that should be it for my presentation. Thank you for watching.